Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. I am a self-published author and I am currently on a journey to become debt-free and financially self-sufficient so that I can be more intentional and generous with my money. So let's go ahead and get into this cash stuffing. So for those of you who are new here, I'm going to be looking at this really jankety notebook off camera. This is how I keep track of my expenses and my budgeting. I have a couple of things like pets this is like where I document a savings challenge that I'm doing and how much I want to save and everything so I can see everything written out. I have one for travel. I keep track of my ties in here, my debt, my savings, my yearly bills, and then off camera I'll be looking at this like little cash planning thing where I have all of my categories written out, the denominations I'm going to be stuffing in them. Something that I often see people do in cash stuffings is they'll start to cash stuff an envelope and then they'll get distracted and not remember what they put in it, and then it'll take them forever to figure out the mistake. And so the way that I avoid that is that if there is cash in an envelope, when I do my budgeting, if I'm going through my envelopes and there's cash in that envelope, I will write down all of the categories that have cash in them so that I can see what was in it before, what I'm stuffing, and so then I can easily do the math to figure out where the mistake was. So that's just a little tip that I've found helpful. So today we are going to be stuffing $363. And I don't have my my calculator out here or in here. It's out in my office and I don't want to go get it. So we're gonna do it with my phone right now. So let's get these sorted though, because I like to do smallest to biggest because it makes the counting easier. Or biggest to smallest rather. You know what I mean. Okay, so with 20s we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60. So 260. And we have 5, 10s, and 20s. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Nope. Can you guys tell that I'm like not fully here today? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, I am doing 5s today. Forgot. I don't remember why, but I am, I guess. And then 1, 2, and 3. I have no recollection of why I have 5s. I didn't write down the 5s. I swear. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. 363. Perfect. So we have exactly what we need. So today we're going to do a couple of things. So we are going to cash stuff, but first I want to do a little rearranging with my binders. I was watching some Aesthetic Dollar videos. Emily at the Aesthetic Dollar, if you don't follow her, you totally should. She's amazing. And I was watching some of her videos and I thought, two things. One, she was reorganizing her envelope system, and I think a lot of us need to reorganize, redecorate, if you will, whatever, rearrange things every once in a while to keep it fresh. But also, she was talking about her debt that her and her husband used to have, and I'm doing the Dave Ramsey method, where his recommendation is to have gazelle-like intensity, where you don't just commit yourself to it, you really hardcore commit yourself to it. And I've been in the past, I was definitely not committed to paying off debt, to saving money, any of it. Like I was budgeting and I was cash stuffing, but I still wasn't I wasn't trying to save. I wasn't paying, like I wasn't committing to the budget fully. So I would cash stuff, but then I would still spend money I didn't have. So I wouldn't actually really adhere to the budget I'd made. Versus now, in the past, probably this whole year, 2025 so far, I've been really, really good about sticking to the budget, only spending what I have, making sure everything adds up, like putting things in savings. But I still have some debt. Let me see, so I can be transparent with you. I still have $1,100 of debt left on my laptop and this camera. I put them on a Best Buy card, which is 24 months with no interest, so that's great. But since I'm not paying interest on it, So it's not like traditional debt, but still it's debt. It's money that could be going somewhere else. So I want to get this off my chest. I want to be completely done with it. So I want to start taking it really seriously and putting as much as I can toward it. And then I want to start putting as much as I can towards savings. So right now in savings, I have my Christmas money in here, money saved up for taxes, my emergency fund, which is over $1,000 now, which is fantastic. But I also want to save 6 months worth of expenses. Eventually, that's the next step plan. So once I get my debt paid off, I want to start throwing everything I have to the 6 months of expenses step of budgeting. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is I really just want to get my head on straight. I want to get really focused, and I want to put as much as I can into the things that are actually really important, while also giving myself enough fun money, if you will, or like budgeted money that's actually I'm allowed to spend, to where I don't go crazy. Because if you don't have anything fun, you're gonna go crazy. I've been there. So that being said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring up my binders here. So right now I have 4 binders. I did switch out, this used to be my gray binder. I switched out for this binder. I used to have my planner in here, but I've been using an A5 size planner lately. So I started using this as a cash stuffing binder instead. So I have high priority, low priority, holidays, and savings challenges. And I want to reorganize some of this. Holidays is pretty much going to stay the same. We can take that out because that's going to be the same. But the high priority, low priority, and savings challenges, I want to recategorize these two, and I want to split this up into 2 sections, which I know probably sounds crazy, but I don't care. So let's first start off with the high priority and low priority. So first of all, let's just discuss really quickly, for those of you who are new to this concept, what am I even talking about? So basically, cash stuffing and the system that I'm using is where you take your income. So let's say you make $1,000, then you subtract all of your bills. So your bills are things that come out regularly. So electricity, water. Sorry if things look a little bit different. I had to pause for a second because my camera battery died. But anyways, so you take your income, subtract all of your bills, which could be things like I said, like electricity, water. It could be subscriptions that come out monthly. I do ties that way, taxes, all of that comes out. So whatever's left over after that is what I cash stuff with. So it's like a sum amount. So like the amount that I had left over this time was $363. So then I take that money, that $363, and I start putting it in places. So for example, what I do first is I go through all my envelopes and I write down what I have. So like I'll go through one envelope at a time, be like, okay, I have toiletries. Nothing's in toiletries. Editor, this is how much is in it. Groceries, this is how much is in it. And I'll write down all the categories first. And I skip over categories that I know for a fact I don't need to stuff right now. So like a lot of the holidays I just skipped over because I know I don't need to stuff them right now. And then I start putting money in places. So the savings challenges like Christmas is one that I do immediately because I know I have to stuff it in order to get to my goal of $500 for Christmas. Editor, I had to stuff because I have to pay my editor. Spending, I always stuff because I think you need to have fun money. And like self-care, I'm getting my hair done this week, so I knew I had to stuff that one. And so you start kind of playing a game of trying to figure out how to make it all work. And as you can see, I had to use some whiteout because I changed my mind on some of them, realizing, oh, I can't put money there because it's too much. And then I'll add it all up and be like, okay, we're at $400, but I only have $363, so I have to take away some. And so it's kind of a game of going back and forth, and that's how I decide what to cash stuff with. And sinking funds are basically just envelopes where you stuff money, and that's it. That's literally it. It's just an envelope where you put money in it. There are different types of sinking funds: low priority, high priority, long-term, short-term, so things that you are going to spend in the next year versus the next few weeks. Things like that. So right now I have high priority and low priority. I don't remember which is which. I always get them confused. I rearranged these. Look how cute. It's a little Hogwarts inspired one. Because if you don't know, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, like huge. And September 1st is the day when like Hogwarts students go back to Hogwarts. So in the series, it's not real life. I know that. I know, guys. I'm an adult. I know it's not real. but in my head it is. So anyways, so what I want to do is I want to take these out because right now I have high priority and low priority. And what I'd like to do instead is do long-term and short-term, which I've done before, but it's been a while. So I will just sort these out to things that I'm going to spend in the next month versus the next 6 months to a year. So for instance, book covers, I'm not going to spend right now. Entertainment, I spend regularly. Food, I spend regularly. Kindness, self-care, I don't. Editor, I don't. Groceries, I do. Miscellaneous, I do. And spending, I do. So that brought us to 3 envelopes versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah. Is there anything in here? I also redid this one. Isn't it pretty? And then I have my little Hogwarts postcard back there because I think it's cute. Is there anything in here that feels like it should or could be, I don't know. Is it ridiculous to have a binder just for long term? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Yeah. I'm just going to make both of these into the same binder, but I'm going to separate them by long-term and short-term. That way I can keep track of what's what. So I like to have mine in alphabetical order because it's easier for me to find everything. So this is my short-term, and then this is my long-term. So I think what I will do, I have my little, this is my bag of goodies for planner stuff. So I've got like dashboards and all kinds of things in here. Maybe I could take, this is a bookmark that came with my CD of the Tortured Poets Department. So maybe no, that's way too ridiculous. I don't have any more paper clips. I do actually. I have one in here. This is my planning, my outline for my book. So I just keep it in A7 binder. I'm not actually using this right now, but that's what this was. So here, and then I'll just put this on here so that marks the differentiation between short-term and long-term. So this will be the short-term and long-term binder because eventually I'd love to have more envelopes in here, obviously, because that means that there's more things I'm saving for. But right now where I'm at financially, being a small income, self-employed and everything, it just doesn't make sense. So I think this works well. So this will be my sinking funds binder. And then we will use this binder to help with savings challenges. So I have a lot of savings challenges and I actually made a couple of new ones. So I don't know if I'm going to use all these. I didn't corner around it perfectly. That makes me so sad. So sibling trips, I already started budgeted for this. But so this is when I go back and see my brother and sister-in-law. I usually go back and visit them by myself at least once a year. And so this is for me to start saving to be able to, pay for the trip or fun things we do while I'm there. This one is for Taylor Swift concert. I don't know if I'm actually going to save for this. I want to so badly, but I don't know if it really makes sense because like I said, I'm trying to save off or save for debt. And then this is for debt. So this one I'm not actually ever going to put cash into. I'm just going to color in the bubbles. And then the money that I color in will go directly to that credit card to pay it off. So I won't ever put cash in this envelope, but I want to be able to physically track it. So of course, like I said, I have $1,100 left on this debt, but we're going to start with $500 as the goal. So, how do you eat an elephant? A bite at a time. So that in mind, let me see what I have for envelopes. So let's see here. I really like these PVC ones, but I don't have any more of them. I probably need to order some. I'll probably get them from the Aesthetic Dollar. But anyway, we'll just start with this. It's fine. Okay. So let's see here. How do I want to do this? Let's take them all out and then I can see if there's like a rhyme or reason to how I could split them up. Okay. So we have quite a few in here. I've got Christmas, medical, yearly subscriptions. I'm kind of thinking maybe high priority and low priority, just because these are all long-term, so there is no long-term, short-term. So I think high priority and low priority. So these are all high priority. This is really hard. Or maybe I do, because this is high priority. This is high priority because I'm going soon, so I need to be on top of that. That's low priority if I even do it. Maybe, I'm thinking maybe this one I'm not saving anything specific right now. I'm actually planning to save $500 to get Daisy a test she needs done. So that's what that one is for. So I might just take all of these out except for the title card and set those aside. Oh my gosh, there's so much room here now. Wow. Okay, that makes a big difference. Then we can put this one in here instead. I probably should print out a $500 thing the way I have this, but whatever. And then I'm thinking maybe these two I will put them into the envelopes. Let me show you. Let me show you my thought process here. So there's that. And then for this, like right now, I'm saving for lodging. This way everything is separated and I don't have to do the separating. So we'll do lodging. And then plane ticket. And that way I can have them all separated. Okay. I'm so sorry guys. I had to change to filming on my phone because for whatever reason my camera, even though it's plugged into the charger, was not going to let me film while it's charging. I don't know why. And I just don't have time for this. So anyways, so I went ahead and I put everything into envelopes because it was going to take too long to show you guys and it was kind of getting messy. So here's what I did. So I put all of the travel savings challenge together. I need to order some more of these PVC ones so that all of my saving challenges can be in the same type of envelope, because otherwise I don't like how janky this looks. And I actually ran out of, oops, there we go. I ran out of envelopes, and so I had to use my old envelopes, and I just turned them around so you can't see. So that's my mission, is to probably buy some more envelopes at some point here soon. So I'm gonna put all of my travel savings challenge here together. That way it's all organized. And that way I don't have to try and keep the money separated between, is this correct? I don't know. Anyway, that way I don't have to try and keep the money separated and go, wait, that went with that. It can just be separated already. So that makes me feel better. And then I have this little bookmark that came out of my planner, and it says weekly overview spread, which is not correct. I'll have to make a new one that says publishing saving challenge or something like that so that it can be separated here. So I'll make something like that sometime this week. And then I have my publishing savings challenge, and I only have 2 of them that I'm doing right now, the publishing and the editing, because everything else is done. So that will be that savings challenge binder. And then in this one, we have the $500 for debt, the Christmas. I put them in alphabetical order because it just makes sense to me. Medical, pets, sibling trip, yearly subscriptions, and then concert in the back, because it's like, if I have money, it can go there. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do it, but I just made it because Taylor's album comes out in less than a month. And if she has a concert, I desperately want to go, but I also don't know that it's financially smart right now. So I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, okay, so there we go. So those 2 are officially done. Thank God. So now we have all the binders set and organized. Oh no, Rachel. I swear, this is my day today. Okay. Full transparency, this week has been rough. Like, very rough. Oh, I put both. Okay, that's right. I did sinking funds all together. Okay, so let's start the cash stuffing and then we can chat while we do that. So first up, sinking funds. Oh, guys, I don't even know what to tell you. It's just been kind of chaotic, honestly. So entertainment, oh, I should turn this around so I can see what I'm doing. Entertainment, see now because I reorganized them, everything is out of order now. I spelled entertainment wrong on this. So entertainment is getting 10. My mom and I are going to go see Freaky Friday together because Freaky Friday, the original, was like my favorite movie as a kid. So seeing it together as adults now will be really fun. Food is getting a 20 and a 10 because when I eat out, I do like to get Domino's. I'm trying though to branch out and do smaller things. Because when I eat Domino's, it's like 4 days worth of food and I don't always eat it all. So I'm trying to think of like other things I could do, like Jersey Mike's, to get just a sandwich that I could eat, you know, like for lunch or dinner that day. I don't even know what else would I get. I don't want to do fast. I mean, Domino's isn't any healthier than fast food, honestly. But maybe like Panera Bread or something that's not like horrible for me. Although some weekends I do just like to cheat and get like a McDonald's or something. But honestly, like a Big Mac and fries and a drink is like $10 now. So it's not even really a steal to go out to fast food these days. So anyway, so I did budget myself a bit more in this envelope because I have been eating out a little bit more. And then when my family and I go out so that I can, you know, pay for my meal. But we'll see if I can keep this envelope kind of stocked this month. Maybe that'll be my challenge, is to have rollover funds in here. Kindness is getting a 5. This is not, so as I mentioned earlier, I budget for tithes in my bills, so that's already accounted for. And then there's also a ranch near where I live that does, it's an evangelical thing. So it's a Christian business and they help kids, especially kids who are like in the foster system and stuff, to process different things with the use of horses and, you know, talking about Jesus. So I like to donate to that, or just things like, you know, firefighters, whatever, when I feel like it. So I just want to make it clear that this is not my only like generosity thing. And I also want to be transparent about it, not to toot my own horn, but to give other people ideas for ways to be generous. Because how do you know someone's being generous if they don't tell you? Groceries. Did I skip it? I did. Miscellaneous. Getting 5. So anyway, it's been a while since I actually talked to you guys via a cash stuffing, and I feel like a lot has happened and not a lot has happened at the same time. So spending, I budgeted 50. So I budgeted 2 20s and 2 5s. What I'm actually gonna do is leave 30, and the other 20 I'm actually gonna set aside because Emily from the Aesthetic Dollar is doing her Advent box again this year. And every year I really want to do it, but I never do because it's always kind of like an unexpected expense type of thing. And so I want to start saving up for it. And so she was talking about it the other day on Instagram. And I'm like, okay, it's coming at like the end of October. I can save for this. It'll be fine. So I'm going to start chipping away. I didn't plan on saving for it. Like I planned on saving for it. I just didn't know how much to save. And I kind of forgot to do it with my budgeting. So I'm just going to go ahead and take 20 out of my spending money and give myself $30 of spending money this month. And $20 will go towards the Advent box, which I will probably set aside in my $1 savings challenge. I'll probably just set it in here so that I know where it is. So toiletries is getting 10. And then book cover. Did I put something in here? I thought I did. It's hard to see on this angle. Maybe I didn't. Book cover, I'm putting 10. Okay. So book cover now has 35. I'm gonna make a new savings challenge for this also when I I want to redo my envelopes. It's been a while since I've done my envelopes, and they desperately need it because I actually don't like the way that they look right now. It's just I haven't gotten around to it, so I want to order some vellum. I'm out. And then I also want to make some new savings challenges for these so that they look the same as the ones in my savings challenge binder, so that everything looks cohesive and pretty. I don't have a permanent marker in here, and I'm not going to go find one. So anyways, so book cover now has 35. I'm pretty sure the next book cover I order is going to be a duology, so I'll need 2 book covers. So I'm going to need to save double the amount as normal in here. But that'll be fine because it's a ways off. Editor is getting 15. So do 10. These bills are all really trashy. So now we have 1, 120, 140, 160, 170, 175, 180, 185, and I need 400 is what I'm estimating. Oh, no. So 385. So I need 400 is what I'm estimating right now. So I need $15 more, and then it should be fully funded. So then self-care is for my hair, which I am getting done this month. So I need 20. Because I think it's 70, how much do I have? 50, 70, 80. Yeah, it must be 70 to get my hair done, and then I give a $10 tip. I'm not going to bother filling this in because it's just unnecessary. I don't need it. But yeah, so actually I should take that out and put it in my wallet so that I have the cash on hand when I go in to get my hair actually done. So that'll be it for sinking funds. Next we have holidays. Am I even putting anything? Yeah, I am. Just one envelope for holidays. Oh goodness. But I changed all my dashboards and everything to be fall themed because if you couldn't tell, I happen to really love fall and Halloween and the whole spiel, the whole shebang. So Halloween, I think I have $60 in here, and at this point I don't need any more decorations, and I don't know what we're doing for a costume yet. My brother, sister-in-law, my sister-in-law, my nephew, and I are all going to do a costume together, so I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I can't imagine I'll need more than $60. I was going to make one myself. Life happened, and I just don't have time or energy now. Christmas is getting 30, and this is not for gifts. This is purely for, like, activities, food, decor, anything like that. So we have 50, 70, 80, or no, 50, 70, 80, yeah. $80 in Christmas right now, which is, I think, better than I did last year, so we're on top of it, I think. So that's it for holidays. And then savings challenge number 1. So the $500 one I did not budget for this month because I was not thinking gazelle intensity at the time, but I want to. So this is going to help me to keep track of my debt a little bit and really just start chipping away at it. Even if it's only $20 at a time or whatever, at least it's something rather than just not doing anything. Christmas, we are always stuffing. So I'm doing 40. Okay. Which is a 5, 2 10s, and a 15. So I was trying not to pick just, oh no, I moved it. I don't know if you guys could even tell. I was trying not to just pick small amounts because who knows what next month is going to bring. I might really wish I had some small amounts left. So I tried to pick kind of a variety. So this savings challenge is to save $500 by Christmas, and I've been saving since last Christmas. So this is for gifts, basically. So now for Christmas we have, this is in my long-term sinking funds, or no, this is in my high-yield savings account, so it's earning interest. So we have 300, 350, 370, 390, 395. That doesn't bother me. All my bills are so gross. Okay, so we have 395 for Christmas. So we are actually getting really close. So that makes me really happy. Making progress. About time, right? And then medical, I am skipping right now. I would like to be doing this, but right now I just, like, my medical insurance is really good. I hardly ever pay for anything. This is not something I need to do at the moment, so I'm not going to touch it right now, but we can count it for the heck of it. Why not? 100, 120, 140, 160, 180. And next month, I'll be able to put a placeholder in here for 400, right? Yeah. Pets, I budgeted 20. So now we have 45 and I need 500 for Daisy's test, but we'll get there. Marshall just went into the vet yesterday. He is a Great Pyrenees and they're kind of prone to ear infections. He's had so many ear infections, it's not even funny. And he has another one, so he took him to the vet yesterday. Luckily, this one is not as bad as it has been in the past. So we're hoping that they gave him, they put in an OD pack, which is where they put like this serum type stuff in his ear. They gave him some steroids and they gave us some medication to bring home. So hopefully he doesn't have to go back in, because the last time he had an ear infection, he went in like every other week for probably 2 or 3 months. It was a lot and it was really expensive. So I'm like, bud, you can't keep getting ear infections. So I don't know. And then I bathed them both this morning, which was interesting because like I said, he's Great Pyrenees, so he's huge and he's white and he's fluffy. So he has like a triple layer of hair. So to get the water to really penetrate all the hair and the soap and everything it's a nightmare. And then, and in case somebody wants some TMI, when you have a fluffy dog, when they go to the bathroom, it leaves a residue on the hair because the hair is just everywhere. So then I had to clean that, which he hates. We both hate it, but it has to be done. I would take him to the groomers, but it's just not something I have a lot of funds for at the moment, so we don't. But yeah, anyway, so that was my morning. And then sibling trips, I budgeted 40. I think I'm going to make these bubbles 10 for now. In the future, who knows? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, of course there's 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54. So 54 times 10 is 540. So I'm doing how much? 40. So I get to color or check off 4 bubbles. 1, 2. I wish I'd started saving for this last month, but I didn't think about it. So whatever. Better late than never, right? So anyway, so between Marshall and then my parents and their health has been chaotic throughout 2025. If you haven't been around for a while, you probably didn't hear, but like my mom has had some major health concerns and she's had surgeries. Yearly is getting 45. I don't think I probably budgeted with this in mind. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay, that's 3. Cool. I'm like, darn, am I gonna have to like figure that out weirdly? Nope. Love you, past Rachel. You did it correctly. So she's getting 45. So 20, 40, 5. So we now have 50, 70, 90, 100, 105. And my website subscription is coming up soon, and that one's pretty expensive. So hoping to get closer on that one. And then concert I didn't budget for, so we're going to skip that. I'm sorry. Look, she's like begging for me to go to the concert. Look at that. I'm so sorry, Tay-Tay. My bad. I love you. Anyway. Anyways, so between my parents' health, Marshall needing to go to the vet, me trying to get my button gear, and then the other half of the savings challenges is next. Me trying to get my button gear. It's just been quite the season of life. I'm so ready for fall. Like yesterday, I think was the last like really hot day we're gonna have. My mom and I floated the river, and it was the best river trip we've ever had. Like the last few times we floated, there was lightning the one time, so we were like paddling as fast as we could to get out of the river so we don't die. And then the one time we lost my mom's phone and the fob to the truck in the river. And then a month later, I'm sitting in my office and somebody comes up our porch and they had found it a month later, even though we had gone back to search for it, could not find it. It was in one of those waterproof bags. They found it. The phone still works. My mom's driver's license was in it. Her money was still in it. The key fob was in it. So long story short, she didn't end up needing to get a new driver's license, a new phone, and a new key fob. We did, because we didn't know we were going to find it eventually, but see, I'm like, good Lord. I don't even know. It's been like a crazy summer. So anyway, my point is, it's been a lovely summer. It's been crazy, but lovely. But I'm so ready for fall. Like today is a little bit, it's actually really hazy. I'm like, is there a fire somewhere? But like the weather report is showing that it's supposed to be cooling down over the next couple of weeks, which means it's actually fall weather, which means sweatpants again and sweatshirts and boots. And I love seeing like all the leaves come down, and when we go for a walk in the morning to like walk through the leaves all over the ground and the rain. I'm just so excited. Like I love Christmas. Christmas is the best. I love fall more. And like last year, after Christmas was over, I put up my fall decorations again. I'm going to do it again this year because it's my soulmate. I love it so much. I wrote an entire series of books based on fall because I love it that much. Okay. Travel. So the lodging one is getting $20. So 4 bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have 30 in lodging. And the goal is to have 175. So I'm going with a couple of friends. If you don't know, I'm a huge Vampire Diaries fan. And so the Vampire Diaries was filmed in Covington, Georgia, which is a really cute town. And I've been there before, but I only spent like an afternoon there, and I want to go back and do a full trip, do the tour and everything. And so I have a couple of friends who also love the show. So we're all going to go back together next fall. So I'm saving now so that next fall I can actually be like financially prepared for it. So far it's only $30 in here, but we are slowly going to start knocking things down. But the lodging and the plane ticket are the most important because, oh my gosh, I don't love these envelopes, if I'm being honest, are the most important because we'll need to like schedule it, you know? So anyways, so then in publishing, we are going to do the editing one. So editing, oh, that's where the $1 came from. Editing is getting $8. So I don't have my wet erase marker out here, so I'm just going to use this for now, and next time I'll fill it in better. So we're going to do 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's just been feeling busy, and the thing I love so much about fall too is that when the weather is cooler, it gets dark faster. It makes me feel like I am more motivated to get stuff done when there's daylight, because the daylight isn't going to last very long. But also I feel why is there 2 5s left? Did I put 20 in self-care or 25? I think it was supposed to go in self-care, yeah. Because I was supposed to put 25, and I think I only put 20. Okay. I'm like, what did I do? I'm just going to throw this away because I don't need it. But like, so like the amount of daylight that you do have, I feel like you have to take advantage of it because there's not a lot of it. So it makes me feel more motivated to get stuff done while there's daylight. And then because it gets dark so quickly, it makes me, like, it forces me to rest more, versus in summer, it just feels like go, 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 constantly always busy doing things, versus fall just feels like I'm equally more motivated and relaxing better, because daylight tricks me into thinking I need to do something right now, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's how I feel. Okay. So then that is it for these savings challenges. And then last but not least, I think I'm going to go ahead and put some money back into my wallet. I also think I'm not going to keep using these, because the reason I don't like the PVC envelopes is that they're see-through. They're not like the way my regular envelopes are. They kind of make it harder to see the money. Like it's kind of faded, you know? Versus these are completely and totally see-through, and I'm not a big fan of that. Because then you can see like all the envelopes behind it a little too much, and it just feels not as clean. So I'm Probably when I make new envelopes, I will make new wallet envelopes too, and just not use. I like that they're tabbed, but other than that, it's just not enough of a reason for me to keep using them, because they just, I don't think, work for me personally. That's just me. So, and like entertainment, I don't have an envelope in here for that. Yeah, I need to. It's official. I'm going to be making new envelopes this month. I should order the vellum. Groceries, I don't have anything. Eating out, I do. I think I'll just put a 20 for right now. And also eating out, sometimes it's just me getting a snack, like Cheetos or something at the grocery store. See, I hate how you can see through that. It drives me nuts. Because then I can't see the words as well. Food. Oh, I just did that. Kindness. I might keep kindness in here. Groceries, we don't have anything. Miscellaneous. I think I might put the miscellaneous in here. Because I have been going more places lately. In the fall, I prefer to go places more often than I do in the summer. I think just because summer is so hot. And I'm not really a heat person. So for me, it's like, ew, gross, you want me to go somewhere? Versus in winter and fall, like I know it's gross because it's like raining or like snowing and it's like nasty and cold, but also I get to wear sweaters and boots, so I'm fine with it. That's just me. I know that's not everybody. Toiletries, I guess we can put that in beauty. And then household, I don't have an envelope for, so there we go. Oh, and self-care, that's right. There we go. I want to get a new wallet. That's another thing. I love the forest wallet. I love the forest wallet from the Aesthetic Dollar. It's so freaking gorgeous, and green is my favorite color, but I was going to buy it this month, and then I was like, no. Save your money for the Advent box. Don't do it. You don't need it right now. So anyways, so next month, I'm going to try to hit the debt a little bit harder with that $500 savings challenge. At least start chipping away at it. Because like I have a very small income, as you can clearly see by how much I'm cash stuffing. And there have been times when I've cash stuffed less than that, where I've been able to cash stuff like $100 a month. Like after I pay my bills, all I have left is $100. So sometimes when you're in a position like that, it makes it really, really hard to work towards goals, because you always feel like you're working against yourself, because trying to save up 6 months of expenses or an emergency fund or whatever it is can be really difficult when your budget is so limited. But I really want this to be encouraging to anybody who has a small budget, anybody who has a big budget too. Like if I can do it, sure as heck you can do it. Money doesn't need to constrain you. It doesn't need to be, oh, I only have $100, so I might as well not even try. Okay, you have $100, but you can put 5 aside. You know, you want to still, my recommendation would be always give yourself fun money. If you don't have fun money, you will hate your life, and then you will never continue with it, with budgeting. And like, so, you know, spending, eating out, make sure you have a few options of things that are just fun for you. And then pick a goal. When you have a small budget, you can't have every goal. I do this a lot. I'm really guilty of this, where I'm like, well, I want to start saving for this, and I want to start saving for this, and I want to start saving for this, and I want to start saving for this. And everything sounds like a good idea, and I want to be prepared. But when you're limited on how much money you have, you really have to be picky about how you're going to be prepared, and you will get more done faster if you just really focus on one goal at a time. So like right now, I really want to focus on debt, which means that next month, some of these things, like some of them are not super optional. Like book covers are not super optional because it's part of my job, is to get a book cover done. But travel, I might put a hold on because it's not until next year, and I want to be ahead of the game on it, but I will have more to put towards it once my debt is gone. Or like writing rewards, I might stop doing that for a while until my debt is paid off. Like, I don't see this thing. I don't have a lot in here. But, or like entertainment, I might not save for anything next month. Because the reason I saved for it this month was because I knew we were going to see a movie. So maybe next month I don't save for it. Maybe next month I have editor, but after that maybe I don't start saving again for a while. Maybe I don't save for miscellaneous. Maybe I save only $10 in food. So like, there are ways to be creative and really cut back even with a small budget. It's hard. It's painful. I don't want to minimize that. It sucks so much. But think of it this way. If you have 5 envelopes out in front of you and you're putting $5 into each one every month, but the goal is to get to 100 in each of them, it's going to take you forever. Because let's say all you have, what is 5 times 5? 25. So you have $525 to save to cash stuff. You're putting 5 in every envelope. The goal is to get to 100 in all of them. It's going to take you, I don't know, what is that, 25? I can't do the math because my phone is up there. It's going to take you forever to get all of them stuff. Versus if you go, okay, I have 5 envelopes that need $100. Realistically, it would be smart. It would be wise. It would be effective to have all of these prepared in advance. Maybe I take that $15 or that $20 that was going to the 4 and put it all into the 1. So if I put all $25 into one envelope at a time, that means I will be done in 4 months or 4 pay periods. And then I can be done with that envelope. And then I can do the same with the next one, be done with it. And the same with the next one, be done with it. So it's just sometimes when you're limited on your budget, and I'm there with you guys, you have to pick one goal at a time so that you can actually accomplish them and be done. And then pick another goal and accomplish it and be done. Which is hard when you want to be prepared and they all feel important. But it does come down to, at some point, survival, what's absolutely necessary. A book cover is absolutely necessary. That's how I make a living, is publishing books. I have to have a cover for a book. Do I need a book cover tomorrow? No, I do not. Will I need one? Yes, I will. So I need to be stuffing in it. Do I need to stuff $50 a week or $50 a month? No. Even if I stuff like just $10 at a time, that's still enough because I don't need it right this second, but it needs to be doing it. Or like, self-care is my hair envelope. Do I need a haircut? Everybody needs haircuts, sure. But do I need a haircut every month? No, not really. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I can go once a quarter and it's fine. So really, I would just save maybe $10, $15 a month so that when it comes to time to get my hair cut, I don't have to save the entire $85 right out of pocket that day. Or like, yearly bills is one thing that I would probably always prioritize because I owe them. On the day they're going to be paid, they're going to take the money out of my account, whether or not it's there. So I can't skip it. But like travel, do I want to be smart and start saving now for a trip next year? Yes, I do. But wouldn't it be better to start getting rid of the other things that are sucking up money, like debt or knocking down goals like 6 months of expenses or whatever? Because even though those goals feel like they're years and years and years away, the more you can throw at them, the faster they get done and the faster you can set them aside and focus on the other things. So anyways, not to like give you guys like a lecture, but I just feel like that's something that I personally needed to hear. So, and you know what I'm thinking right now? I'm having thoughts that maybe I should put my money where my mouth is, literally. Entertainment I'm going to keep because I know we're going to go see that movie next week. Eating out, I think I'm going to exchange this and just take the 10. And then the 20 I'm going to put towards debt. Kindness, I don't like to skip kindness if I can avoid it because I want to be kind. Spending, I don't like to skip because, again, you need to save money for fun stuff. Beauty, this is not for fun. This is like if I need deodorant. Miscellaneous, self-care I have to do. What else is in here that can potentially be skipped for right now? Editor is not an option. Book cover theoretically is. I did 10 this week, didn't I? Yeah, I didn't do a lot. I think we'll leave that. What about savings challenges? What else can I take out? What about, I probably don't need $60 in Halloween. This is money that's already allocated toward my mom for her birthday. She just hasn't used it. And this is for my dad's birthday, which he hasn't told me what he wants, so I haven't gotten him anything. Halloween. I don't need $60 in Halloween, I don't think. I think 40, because we go to a Ren fair and we do Halloween costumes, so depending on how much that costs. And then, let's see what else we have here. Christmas, I'm not going to touch just because my nephew is coming. It's his first Christmas with us, and I don't want to be limited on what I can do with him. If there's money left over at the end, that'll be fine, and I can use that. But so Christmas, I'm not going to touch. Medical, pets. The sibling trip, I'm not going to touch because that's coming up like soon. But lodging. So far we have $30. Do I want to take the 20 back? Yes, I do. And I will just, I'm not going to try and white out these or anything. When I go back and do my cash stuffing, and the next time I stuff in here, I'll just do it correctly. And I will count the cash and not just count the bubbles. So we'll figure that out the next time I stuff in here. Because this, as much as I want to be smart about that and plan in advance, it's not a priority. Publishing, honestly, maybe we just skip this for right now in my life, because where I'm at, it's just, I need to be as smart as I can. So maybe we just, you know, whenever I actually finish the book and publish it that month, I will just make sure to make sure I have spending money to do something to celebrate. So that means I'm going to put 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78. And actually I have some ones in here. This is my $1 savings challenge for times when I have just random ones. Let me just see how much this is altogether. How about that? 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92. So we'll take the 2 out because I don't want to have ones in here because it won't work for this savings challenge. So I'll put those back in here. This 20 is for the advent calendar or the advent box. But so let's see if we can get $90 covered in here. And see, that's $90 that I didn't otherwise have. So 10. So let's make sure 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Okay. And then 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, no. 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. Perfect. Okay, so this money I'm just going to take to the bank so that I can put it directly toward my debt. And I didn't do that to like be like, oh, look at me guys, but just if I'm going to tell you guys what I think is the smart thing to do, I need to be doing it. And just watching that video this morning where she was talking about debt, and I was like, you know what? I need to get my crap together and I need to figure this out and I need to be smart and I need to stop making excuses. So, and the reason, by the way, that this says total at the bottom is in case you put extra money in here and it ends up being more than 500. That's why. So anyways, okay, that feels good. So let me see. I have $1,108 left to pay on my debt. Today is 9/5, which means I now have 1,000. Let me think. What's 1,000 at? What's 100 divided or minus 90? That's 10. So 18, right? That's correct, right? So $1,018 left to pay off. So we paid off $90. Look at us go, guys. Progress is being made every day. And this, I guess I could just like put it in, I mean, I'll use this envelope because since I'm not going to do a traditional like editing and publishing and stuff right now, just because I just don't have the finances to really make it make sense. I'll actually just take this out for now. Then I will put this in my other savings challenge binder. And then once my debt is paid off, I can throw some money at other stuff, like saving for things that need to be saved for. So we'll put this probably in front of concert because I'm not going to save for concert. I'm probably not going to go to this tour. If she has one, I'll go next time. Do I want to go to a concert or do I want to have a house? House. Not that I don't want to go to the concert, but if you have to prioritize, fine, I guess I will. Okay, y'all. Now we're done. Thank you guys for being on this like crazy little journey today with me. I appreciate you so much. If you're still here, you're awesome. Thank you. Again, like I said before, like, subscribe, comment, and I hope this is helpful to some of you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.